Hi KB, so this is the revised assignments that I did. So for screen 1, I added a hover that you mentioned. So that's how it looks right now when I scroll up or down, or zoom in or zoom out. Now for the second screen, I have followed your advice. Made a, I, I placed a fixed width for fixed height for the header, so this header and as well as this navigation bar. And for the third screen, I also placed a specific width for this and height, as well as for the button. And for the fourth screen, I added a height for the banner, and basically just place the navigation bar or the top navigation just below this logo. And I've also fixed the read more buttons to be aligned with the help of my group mates. Okay, so I'll start with the code. Let's just validate them first. So this is for the screen 1. Okay, there's an error. Might have been timed out. Okay, it's good. Let's try the second screen. Keep getting errors there. Maybe I'll just, yeah, let's just click the back button. Okay, it's good. Now for the third screen. Alright. And for the fourth screen. Oops. Okay, so all four HTML files have been validated and they seem to be working correctly. Okay, so now for the HTML code. I'm not sure if this is too small. Okay, I've just zoomed in. Okay, so I fixed the divisions that you mentioned. Well, for screen 1 you said that it was already okay. So what I just fixed here would be the well, adding the comment tags and using the paragraph instead of the break tag. Yeah, that's all that I can remember for screen 1. So just to make sure, I'll show you the indentation. So that's for the wrapper, for the header, for the main content, for the left navigation, for the right content, and the footer. Okay. Okay, now for the CSS, I have included the blog, or the number one item in the blog that you have. So there it is. And for the wrapper, or yeah, sorry, let's just go to this one. I'll just scroll down and just let you have a look at it. Okay, so now let's go to screen 2. Okay, so for the wrapper, there's no problem with the indentation. For the header, okay. So I have the logo division, the top container. So for the naming convention, um, basically, now if I have two words for a name for an ID, I make sure that I split up into or add an underscore in between, just like what you did on the video. And for the input types, I use the I've included them in the form. I didn't get what you mean by the ID. I'm not sure if I heard you correctly that I can just remove them. But anyway, I did remove it and then just used a type option in the CSS. So later I'll show you that. So anyway, for the indentation, yeah. So here's the main content. And for the HR, so I got an idea from Arthur on how to fix it. So I just place them in a div and then put a CSS style for the top and bottom border. Okay, so for the CSS file for screen 2, so here it is, the type equal sign button. So I've been using a lot of width to lessen out the div clear or div class clear, just in case there are multiple floats. Okay, so for the third screen, for me this was the most difficult screenshot to replicate in an HTML page. Okay, so that's the header and the login and the header links. Well, the branding, which contains the image logo and the word stream, well, the word stream, and the banner. So I removed the excessive division there. So for the left content, there are two sections here, which would be the left top and the left button. So yeah. Mhm. For the bottom, there it is. So for the right content, well, there are like two sections as well, the top container and the one at the main page. So here's the crumbs for the home logo or the home image and the PPC, so I removed it. Or I mean, I removed the divisions there. And for the main content, or for the contact, well, again, I used an image and just used a paragraph tag and the span. So for the main content, should still be the same. Um, yeah, so that's it. So for the CSS file, As you may have noticed, I've added like comments on the CSS file for me to easily check where in the CSS file are my classes for certain divisions. Like for example, at this point, all of the other classes, CSS class would be in here, and then after that would be the left content CSS classes. Okay, so now for the fourth screen, so the wrapper, and okay, so there are only two main sections or main divisions, which is the header and the main content. So in the header, you have the company logo, the toll-free number for the company, and the navigation links. For the main content, the image on the left, the section on the right, where it talks about the PPC lubricants, and I added a clear, yeah, class clear here. And for the subtitle, for the small logo, so I did use a P for this. And for the four boxes at the bottom, so now I have used a class called footer box across all four, and then just an h2 tag and an image and a P and an href. So I have lessened the division tags for this part. Okay. Mm, for the CSS, here it is. Okay, so I just declared an h2 here because I used it on all particular sections, like um, for this one, this is an h2, an h2, an h2, an h2, an h2. Okay. So for the header, this is just a gradient color in and the whole header bar at the top. So for the main content, okay. So that's those are my codes. Do let me know if you still have feedback, and well, I appreciate I appreciate your feedback. I'm really learning from Village 88 and from you, and I'm really thankful that I found this community, and hopefully I can be one of those people that can help the community as well, like help out others, um, give advice on their problems with their HTML and CSS. And well, that's it. Thanks.